Hey guys, how you doing? It's Andy Elliott. Check this out. Today I'm going to talk about a little close that I think that everybody should know. This is a close that, I don't know what store you work in or where you're at, but there's a lot of different types of credit that we deal with all the time. This is a close that I use whenever somebody maybe has less than perfect credit, okay? So a lot of the times in negotiations, I talk to you guys about payment closes. Now, payment closes are a big deal to a car salesman or to a manager because a lot of the times customers come in, cars have gotten really expensive. So guess what? Payments are automatically going to be probably higher than where they want to spend. But also on top of that, if you don't have the best credit, if you have bad credit, man, those payments can be double now. Now you're trying to sell something, you got bad credit fighting against you, and you got to go up in payment. Where do you go? Now, obviously, guys, I teach you gas closes, I teach you warranty closes. Money justification is a way to pull up, but what about if you've gone through it all and you still need more money? Well, I use a close today that's called, and I'm going to write it here, I call it the President of the United States close. Okay. Now you may laugh at this, but I'm going to tell you this. 6, 7, 8 out of 10 people I can close every time. I can get $100 bump almost any single time using this close. So let's just kind of make it a scenario here. And remember this. This is after you've gone through your gas close, you've gone through your warranty close, and now you're needing to pick up that extra, let's say $100. So this is a close that I like to use and that I like to see you guys try it in your store. And I promise you, when I say this, if you kind of practice it a little bit, you'll understand. I call it the President of the United States close. It's really simple. So customer comes in, right? And let's say they want to be at $300 a month, okay? And you do a good job and you take them to $400 a month. But making all the money is $500 a month. Where are you at? You're $100 away from making all the money. What a lot of people end up doing is settling right here at this $400 payment. One, missing a car deal, or two, just literally cutting their gross out, not making any money. Look, I'm going to tell you this. It's your job to give the customers reasons and excuses why they should pay more. So watch this little President of the United States close I like to use. Now remember this. This is on customers with less than perfect credit. And I want to share this with you. I just want to kind of maybe talk about maybe the terms that we use when we talk about credit. Sometimes we say a customer has bad credit. And sometimes when you're talking to a customer, you're like, hey man, you guys have bad credit. Guys, I think that that's honestly the most unprofessional word in the world. And they may have medical bills. Maybe they got cancer. And their credit score went down. Honestly, dude, you saying the word bad credit makes people feel like they don't pay their bills. To me, it pulls the wall back up, and then it's going to honestly probably take the sell backwards instead of taking it forward. And maybe it doesn't do anything at all, but I'm always about advancing the sell. So let's replace the word with less than perfect credit. So when I'm talking to you, I'm like, guys, look, obviously you guys have less than perfect credit, okay? But you're a great family. You deserve to have great credit again. I don't care what happened in the past. And then guess what? They're like, oh man, okay, this guy cares about us, right? And I'm not using that bad credit term that your competition that's asleep at the wheel, that those guys over there are using that are losers, okay? So use the word less than perfect credit. So I say, all right, so here's the deal. Mr. and Mrs. Customer, I've gone over the gas close, I've gone over the warranty close. They're at $400 a month, and I need another $100. That's when I use the President of the United States close. How do I do it? I say it's real simple. Okay, Mr. and Mrs. Customer, let's do this. Let's say that if I could sell it for $400 right now, we got a deal, right? Okay, let's say I could sell it to you for $400. We have a deal. That's done. You buy the car, okay? I'm going to draw a picture of a car over here. Bad picture, but you drive the car. You take it down the road. Let's say you've had it for 3 months, okay? You love the vehicle. You're paying your $400 payment. I want to ask you a question. If this was possible, okay, and I don't care how your credit situation got bad, whether you co-signed for somebody, you lost your job, you know what I'm saying, it's medical bills, it doesn't matter. I don't care if you owe $500,000 and that's why your credit's bad. It doesn't matter to me. If you have bad credit, if the President of the United States came on and said, hey, for $100 a month, I will let you make that payment to the White House for 1 year for $100 a month, and I'll guarantee you have perfect credit for the rest of your life. And the president says, look, I see people that buy a $100,000 home. Some people got a $500 payment. Some people got a $1,500 payment. Interest rate dictates everything. So if you don't have great credit, what's going to happen? Well, you're going to end up paying a way higher payment on everything that you finance for the rest of your life. So what is the number one goal? To get your credit great. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to give you the opportunity, if you want to raise your hand and mail $100 a month to the White House for 1 year. President says this. And I'll guarantee you have perfect credit for the rest of your life. Would you do that? Think about it. You're driving your car, right? You love it. President of the United States come on. He says, hey, $100 a month. Mail it to the White House. I'll guarantee you have perfect credit for the rest of your life. Hell, I'd do it. Perfect credit for the rest of my life. Guess what? If I right now don't have great credit, I can't fix credit for $100. Can anybody fix credit for $100? No way, it's not a chance. Can you fix it for $1,000 or even $10,000? A lot of the times you can't, because credit's built by from today forward good payments. But if the president said that you could, and for $100 a month he'd guarantee to have perfect credit again, I'd pay the $100. Would you pay it? Of course you would. Well, so now you're paying $100 a month, right? And that $100 a month is for what? For credit. Okay, so let's just review kind of what you have right now. You have a $400 a month car, you're driving it, you love it, you got great transportation, and you're paying $100 a month to the White House to build perfect credit, right? And are you perfectly happy about all that? Yes, you're extremely happy. And the juice is worth the squeeze to buckle down and afford the extra $100 a month, right? So you can have the perfect credit for the rest of your life, right? The fact is, that's not going to happen. The President of the United States isn't going to allow us to pay $100 a month and give us perfect credit. But you would do it if he would, right? Because who wouldn't pay $100 to have perfect credit again? This is what I can do for you. I can sell you this car for $500 a month. And psychologically, I want you to understand this. You're paying $400 for the car, and you're paying $100 to build your credit. Just like you said you could afford $500 here, you're affording the same $500 here. I just need you to understand this. You're not just buying a car today. You're buying credit. And in a year from now, you're going to make a choice to do one or two things. Number one, you're going to have way better credit than you have now. So you're either going to A, refinance the vehicle you have now. With the lower payoff, right, you'll refinance it and lower your payment back down. Or two, you'll trade it into the dealership and come back in, hopefully see me again, right? If I've done a great job now, come see me again. And then I'll sell you another vehicle, and with better credit, you'll get a lower rate and then drive out of here with the lower payment. Either way, it doesn't matter. We'll decide in a year from now what choice you want to do and how much you love the car. But for $500 a month, you're getting your credit and you're getting your car. And just like you said you could do it a second ago, you can do it right now. And just like you said you would want this and be happy if that was an option, I want you to be happy, and I'm giving you exactly what you want. Guys, that right there is real simple. This is the President of the United States close. It's used when a customer has less than perfect credit. And I promise you this, that when you're sitting down there with customers, one thing I always ask my manager, I say, hey, 1 to 10, how are these people's credit? He's like, man, they're a 7. What's a 7 mean? 610, 620, 580, what's that mean? They're like a 630, 640. Okay, cool. I say, hey, just as a leveraging tool, is there anything that maybe that they haven't paid or some slow payments or something like that? So I find out some information about the customer. Man, your customers will probably tell you, hey, 1 to 10, how do you rate your credit? Probably a 7. Awesome. Why don't you rate it at a 10? What would be on there you think that would maybe not make it a 10? Well, I co-signed for my sister. She didn't make the payment. She was in a bad relationship. Oh, okay, cool. So now I'm like, hey, you guys have you guys have less than perfect credit, because remember when you helped your sister, right? Let's do this. Let's focus on from today forward. I know how to get us past that. And I just do this. I need that extra $100. So I say, boom, President of the United States close. Guys, I want to ask you a question. Let's say I did shake your hand at that payment. And then you drove it down the road. And then the President of the United States come on, and he said for $100 a month. Guys, what if I needed $150? Could I say, guys, for $150 a month, wouldn't that be worth it to you? You know what I'm saying? To build your credit, have perfect credit for the rest of your life for $150 a month? Who can build perfect credit for $150 a month? Nobody. But if you could, would you? Yes. So guess what? Now I got $150. Hell, what if it's $200? I'd take $200. They're going to shake their head whenever you show it and present it this way. This is what I call the President of the United States close. It's very good way to get an extra $100 a month, easy in a bump, after you've already pushed for all the money. okay? I don't use it up front. I use it as secondary closing. So this is one of the advanced ways that you can learn to sell, and it's not selling the vehicle, it's selling situations and ideas. And as you get better at selling, you'll start to understand that selling situations and ideas is something that you'll do a lot right now, especially with the world having less than perfect credit and a lot of people not having A+ credit anymore. This is something that can be used a lot. Guys, watch this video a couple times, get it down, and comment below, and also give me a thumbs up on the video. If you guys need some help with it, with word tracks or anything like that, hit me up. You guys got my cell phone. Have a great day.